just meeting these people and getting in these rooms. And you get in these rooms,
the value is there.
People like to say, like, you be seeing, like, how they say you want $100,000 with Jay-Z, or you want the dinner, or whatever the case may be. Certain relationships you can't put a price tag on.
Right. What's your opinion on that?
Certain relationships you can't put a price tag on.
So you taking the dinner? But like.
Yes.
For sure.
I'm just saying, it just depends on where you at in life, bro. Where you at in life. Nobody can tell you where you at in life. So certain decisions that people make.
I had an argument with my mans about that, because I was like, he was like, yo, I'm taking the 500. I'm like, yo, dude, it's like what you gonna do with an opportunity. Like, you could be on a fast break, right? Down by 2. Some people gonna lay it up. Somebody gonna take the 3 and say, yo, fuck it, I'm ready to end the game and straight win right now. Right. Somebody gonna dunk and miss.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Lay the ball up and miss.
Right. My thing is like, yo, what I'm gonna go for is the win. I'm going for the, yo, Hov, I need you to take a pic with this beautiful Nightmares hat on.
It just depends, bro.
You gotta take a risk sometimes.
It just depends on your situation.
Right.
If you starving, nowhere to live, don't know where you gonna get your. It's just certain situations you can't tell a man what to think of. I'm just saying that relationship. If I could pick up my phone and say, I just had dinner with Jay-Z, say, yo, let's connect. I want you to
sponsor I want transportation for the next year.
Exactly. I want you to, any plane that you got, I want to rent them out. Anybody who on my that I know from Rock Nation or whatever, I want to rent them out.
Run right through you.
So what would you rather? 500,000?
Or the longevity business of doing Rock Nation for the next 30 years, doing business with Rock Nation.
So that's what I'm trying to say. But if I didn't have this now, and I was looking to start
some leverage. Yeah, so it just depends on what situation you're in.
Absolutely. Because Jay-Z can't get me to use other people's money. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to sit there and tell me that. If I'm saying, you know what, Tim, I got a big idea that's supposed to make me $100,000 a month.
I feel like certain people in life, though, that ask, like somebody like Jay-Z can make a call, and like Hov could call somebody like, yo, I know this guy, he got this going on, blah, blah, give him $300K. They going to do it just off his word.
But listen, though. Or he can just invest himself and then rob you of everything. That shit happens every single day.
Is it a robbery though if somebody invests into your joint? Because a lot of artists, and you know, they get into these deals and they like, yo, they didn't pay me right. But it's like, yo, like, I'm putting up $300,000 on you as an artist, right? Or you as a company. 90% of businesses fail. How much artists you think fail? Maybe 98%. Everybody's a rapper and an artist, right? And I'm taking a risk. I'm putting up $300,000 for you to pop off, and you think I'm doing that for what? Just to be? I'm doing that because I want
you investing.
I want some equity in this. I want to own this.
So, question to you: You see how people was? Remember how I guarantee you remember the time when they said Michael Jordan was investing in prisons?
Right.
Would you be? Why is people mad about that?
Personally, for me, as you know, just my uprising, I couldn't. It's just like an emotional thing to me because my father is in prison. My brother got double life in prison. My mom had 7 kids, right? 5 of my brothers did over 10, 15 years in prison. One still in prison now. So I just know like that the prison system was the new slavery. So I just couldn't invest in something that's oppressing our people.
But ultimately, you have an emotional attachment behind it. You know what I mean?
It's just like it's just a morality type thing to me.
Look, because this is one of these situations where they pat you on the back, say, guess what? Just business.
Yeah, but sometimes I'm not willing to take, like me, I'm not willing to take a pat on the back and sacrifice my morals and my principles. So if I'm somebody that's like, yo, I'm standing for my people, and you know, to overthrow the oppression of my people just from an underprivileged standpoint.
Right.
Not even just black people, just underprivileged people in general, right?
Right.
I'm not going to take the bag over my morals and my principles. I'd rather be dead broke but say, yo, I stood on my morals and my principles, and I stood on what I believed in. Because a lot of these millionaires and a lot of these people that's driving the Raris and all that, they twist and turn in that night because they done fucked over 5 to 10 people out of their life savings. I just watched the Bernie Madoff documentary. He had
that's regular. That's regular. A lot of every
And I feel like the biggest wealth that you could have in life is peace, right? Which is just a peace of mind, a peace in your household. You know what I'm saying? Like deep within your soul, you at peace.
Some people.
That's just mine. That's just what I value. Everybody's different.
People start off like that. I don't think anybody starts off saying, "Hey, I'm about to rob the fuck out of everybody."
Some people are generationally, like you was talking about the guys. You know, some of the agents where their son, like generationally, you're coming from direct descendants of slave masters and stuff. So you've already been robbing people for generations. It's just in your. I hate to say it like that, but it's just, you know, y'all bloodline.
And in order for you to rob somebody, you have to know the right way how to do it. Like, meaning the right way how to do what it is that you're about to rob them for. Does that make sense? Right. So you couldn't say, look, I'm about to start wholesaling t-shirts, right? You have to know the ropes of this is what comes with the process, but then you can say, you know what? I found a loophole where I can act like I sent it out, but I didn't send it out. Because you done did it so many times the right way, you find a loophole. So that's what I'm saying is that also too, to even go back to the Michael Jordan thing, some people are not looking at it like this is affecting my morals. I'm just looking at my return on investment. The same way how like you just said, you invested in a rapper. Right? The same way how Michael Jordan feel like I just need my bread back. I need the most safest way to make sure my return, my ROI is back in my pocket. I don't think he's looking at it like this is going to put more of my black people in jail, because it's business. It's never personal.
And that's the problem for me.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, so when you get to a millionaire status, well, all you care about is, okay, so boom, when people was killing people for Michael Jordan never came on the TV and said, y'all need to chill out, or you know what? Michael Jordan started releasing his shoes during a school day, meaning people's going to cut school to go and line up for Jordans. You see what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes you really don't. Sometimes it really is not even about morals when you're investing your bread. Because I know some people who don't smoke but invest in tobacco.
Yeah, but that's different. Like investing in tobacco is different than investing in the oppression of black people. It's just a difference. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just certain things where like you can't compare the Maybach Sprinter to the Acura. It's just a difference.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
It's just like, yo, this is the Maybach Sprinter. That's the Acura. When you come in the Maybach Sprinter, you gonna know it's the Maybach Sprinter. When you hop in the Acura, it's the Acura. But then you could go hop in the Civic. It's like the Acura, but it's nothing like the Maybach Sprinter.
Right.
So some things are just like, this is the oppression of our people. This is our ancestors. This is the new slavery. You know what I'm saying? This is us. This goes back to us being taken from Africa and brought over here and beat and raped for generations. It's just, you can't give me, I can't say, yo, listen, I'm going to give you $5 million, right, for this prison. You're going to give me an ROI of 500,000%. I'm going to get back $300 million, right? I'm going to have to walk away from that and go do something where I'm going to make a 50% ROI and walk away with 7.5 just because that's just my morals and principles. And I feel like social media did that, and a lot of things did that in life, where it's like, it just made us put the value on the wrong things.
Shit is called American Greed.
Right.
American Greed, bro. They got a TV show for that shit.
Yeah, no, I used to watch that all the time, where people was going to do anything because they greedy, literally. And just from my upbringing and shit like that, and just the people I look up to, that's something we big on, is like, yo, sticking to your morals and your values and principles. Like you said, you have hired people who they'll try to get a big down payment, not tell you. And I'm gonna be the guy that says, yo, I just want to make 150 every time. You know what I'm saying? Just doing clean cut, honest business. And I know bro is gonna see the value in my integrity and in my how trustworthy I am. So when he opens up that location out in Alabama, 2 hours away from Atlanta, he's gonna be like, yo, I got the perfect candidate who I could put in there and give him $200K a year.
Because that's normally how it goes.
Right. But
that's normally how it goes. But so see, like us, like in this era right now, we in a get rich quick scheme. Like that's why people can.
But that's what like the scammers did. That's what just the culture did, and a lot of this shit is a facade. The rappers, oh, he popped off. You not really. It's no get rich quick scheme because you not really rich.
If you told if I was about to say, hey, this is the best investment on da 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 da, I can get so many people to buy in because everyone wants to get money so fast.
And if you know money, you know it's not fast.
Exactly, but a lot of people, so like doing like the PPP time and all that kind of time, people was investing in these kind of fast way thinking. You know what I mean? Like, and they were getting.
And where's those people at now?
They hit rock bottom because they got taken advantage of.
And that's why you gotta learn. You know what I'm saying? Like we were talking about earlier.
A lot of people never had $20,000 cash before. 40,000 when PPP. Some people got 300,000. Some people like the real money when everybody got stimulus. When everybody got $1,200. If you gross $1 million, you got $1.2 million.
It's crazy.
They didn't know that. We talking about where my stimulus check at? $1,200. If you had a business that grossed $1 million, you got $1.2 million stimulus check.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know how the stimulus was working. I wasn't even worried about a stimulus.
If you was here in Georgia, you would have seen places that they stopped building since the recession back in 08. Places that they stopped building in 08 started getting new homes in 2020. Mm-hmm. They started continue building on homes that they stopped building in subdivisions that they stopped building. Once that 1.2 hit.
And that's why I was saying with our culture is that we so fucked up in the head is that we think like, yo, we could get rich fast, we could do this fast, and we could, and a lot of that was because of the PPP and the coronavirus pandemic.
SBAs and the unemployment.
Because that was the first time people ever seen. Think about it, right? You like 10 years older than me, right? Because I'm 24, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm 32.
All right, so
hey,
in your 32 years of life, right? You've never seen like the pandemic. We don't realize what it is now yet, still, but we're gonna realize in like 25 years.
Never see another pandemic.
You never seen everybody with money, cars, jewelry, cash.
I never seen everybody happy.
Never.
Everybody was happy
during one of the worst times. That's really one of the worst. So that just goes to show you what people value. People valued the stimulus. People valued the PPP. People valued the SBA. When really your aunt was dying, but you was getting unemployment, so it was all good. Mm-hmm. But you lost your grandmother or you lost your cousin because of COVID. Mm-hmm. Like they checking out, like people dying, but we busting it up. Everybody coming to Atlanta is still open. We partying, busting up bottles, smoking, traveling. Yeah. So we the happiest because we getting free money, but really we losing. So it just goes to show you that like. You said American greed, like people gonna forget that, like, oh, my aunt died.
People killing their parents for life insurance.
Facts, I seen that.
And that's regular. People going missing for life insurance.
That's a fact.
They realize black person got life insurance, they taking
you out, yeah, facts.
It's crazy, and then be 400,000, 250,000,
and they blow it fast.
And bro, it gets really, really spooky what people would do for the bread. Like, I had people with me since day one. 17 years ago, it cost me for bread. How do you explain that?
Facts. And it'd be some short shit, like I would have gave you that.
How do you explain
crossed me for 2 bands. I would have gave you 2 bands.
No, they crossed me for that, and then they'll still turn around and ask me for bread, and I'll still give it to them. So that's how you know that people, the core values of people, and I don't even like to say values because people's upbringings is totally different. My upbringing, somebody who was built off survival, somebody who was built off love, their outlook on life is totally different. We could live in the same building and have 2 different views. Mm-hmm. What if I was born in a penthouse, you was born in a basement? You ain't seen nothing that I see. When we look out the same window on the same side of a condo, of an apartment building, your view of the world is totally different than mine.
Sure.
And I always speak to my friends like. I always speak and I tell my friends, when my mom first came to America, I was living in an apartment, but I don't remember that. After that apartment, I've never lived in an apartment ever again. I told my cousins lived in apartments. I loved going to their house. They lived where it was treacherous at. I loved going there. You feel me? Like, I love going to the park. I just love it. The simple fact is that they didn't have what we had, and I loved going there. Why? I can't even explain why. I just think it was just like a different side of the world. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, shit is Gucci here, but coming here is where you could actually be a kid. You know what I mean? Like, where you could enjoy not having nothing, where nothing really mattered. You know what I mean? Like, so
one of my homies said that the other day. It's like, I'm good. Like he in the hood. Like, you know what I'm saying? In the trenches. It's like, nigga, I'm not worried about no bread. I'm not like, I'm good where I'm at. Like, I go to the store every day. I'm chilling. I got my shorty. I play my P5. I'm cooling for real. Like, I'm not worried about opening a car company or running a beautiful nightmares
or making $1 million.
I'm good. I'll get a job. I'll work a regular job. Like, so we got to understand too that everybody aspirations is different. Stop pressuring people just because you wanted to open up a car company and make $1 million. And some people is not what they want. Like some people,
but just like how some people are not made to be bosses, and you see that's why you see a lot of companies fail. People are not made to be bosses. Some people need the structure.
And we need workers. Yeah. Like companies don't run
so that's
without
why
workers.
That's why during the pandemic was a scary time for the economy, because they start.
It's like all the workers was acting like bosses.
Yeah, they need workers, bro. Like, so think about if everybody that was a worker just went and got an LLC and started their own business.
Yeah.
But then that kind of showed like big companies, you don't need the overhead. We don't need the overhead. We can have them work, but then again, companies want to control you. So they don't want to give you the leisure of, hey, you could be in Miami
working for a company in Arkansas.
They don't want that. They want, if you on my clock, you need to be doing nothing besides what I'm. So that's what the purpose of a workplace is for. I can monetize what you're doing. You want a computer, that's why they say, hey, you can't get on your phone. Hey, you can't be on social media while you at work. You can't be on certain websites. They'll block certain websites.
On the work computer.
On the work computer. So you can't go and, oh, you looking for a job. You looking for a new job on the work time. Or you working on something at the crib.
Yeah, we gonna milk
on the job's
you
time.
For every dollar on that time. Like, we gonna get every dollar worth.
And then whatever they pay you, you're supposed to be making like 20 times more than that, the worker. Whatever I'm paying you, worker, you made me 20 times that.
That's like a business model, because I never heard that.
That's
so if I'm paying you $10 an hour, you're supposed to really be bringing me what, 200, like in value for real. But I just won't pay you that.
I'm not supposed to.
It's just business.
That's like you getting drafted in the NBA. If you can give me $150 million, what do you think you really bringing me?
Yeah.
Nah. See what I'm saying? Like, but that comes with negotiation. But then also too, that's what education and your resume, it determines your.
I was talking to my man the other day. I'm like, yo, I feel like Luka Doncic is so good, type shit that like, and Dallas is trash, right? I'm like, yo, if I was him, like for me to stay on Dallas, I would need equity in the team. So, I'd be like, yo, I need $300 million and 3% of the Mavericks.
So not even to sound crazy. So who won in Atlanta? So you think if he was in Atlanta, he would have a better career, or you think he'd be better off? I think he'd have more sponsorships. Me personally.
In Atlanta,
because remember he got drafted to the Hawks, and then Trae Young got drafted to Dallas, and they traded.
I don't know, because you also got like a super crazy business mogul behind the Mavericks with Mark Cuban. So you never know, like. What's to come?
What's on the backside?
Because for real, that's if I'm Luka, if y'all hear this too, it ain't nothing wrong with just throwing me some bread for the idea. But if I'm Luka, I'm negotiating the biggest contract of all time, just cash, guaranteed, right? And equity, and I want a lifetime contract. Fuck it. I don't even care to go to any other team, but I'm gonna get 3% to 5% of the Dallas Mavericks. I'm gonna get 500 guaranteed. Or if it's lifetime, I'm going to get a bill, guaranteed, and I'm good.
Right.
Nobody ever did that. I'm a hell of a businessman. Like, ain't nobody ever negotiated a team out of equity. That's the type of, like, if Michael Jordan would have did that, Chicago would have had to do that. Like back '97.
But that shit wasn't even a thought. Like even the money that's getting thrown around now
it's not even a thought.
It wasn't even a thought.
But when does equity start becoming a thought for us? Like when is
like now? I'm saying like now because they realize that anything is possible. Like now, like certain. Like,
I don't think people was thinking about that. Like I don't think like we got some super agents like Rich Paul and shit, but I don't think we come in like that because you gotta understand we at war. Like this whole business, this shit is like the highest level of warfare, right? So it's like yo, we gotta come in and understand. One of the biggest tactics of war, hold on, is territory, right? Mm-hmm. So we gotta come in and get territory. Like we gotta come in like, yo, we need 5% of even if it's a half of 1%, right? Mm-hmm. A half of 1% of the LA Lakers is some shit for real, mm-hmm. right? It's like, yo, we need to come in and start pulling the equity. It's like tug of war. We gotta stop taking the quick bread. Even if it's 200 million, it's a lot of bread, but it's quick. They printing that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We gotta start pulling the rope this way with the ownership. Right. Like yo, we need 1% of the team here. Y'all want to sell the hats? We need 5% of New Era. We need 10% of the hardwood classics. Y'all making the jerseys, Mitchell and Ness.
Right.
We you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Once we start doing, I didn't see nobody do that yet.
Yeah.
Who you seen do that yet?
Nobody.
And I feel like that's the future of where we gonna start. Even when you doing business as a company, or I'm doing business, right? When Beautiful Nightmares gets to a certain point, it's like, yo, or KC Autos, I'll bring my cars over to your side, transport them and all that, but I'm gonna need 5% equity, mm-hmm. or I'm gonna need a total percentage, cause that's my value.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we got to start looking at the longevity of the play.
You determine your value in something like that where nobody ain't looking at what no work that you ever did. You determine that. So if I and kind of like how you determine value, like then look at it this way. People could predetermine value for you. Like so, say if I pull up in a Lamborghini truck to the gas station,
they automatically
say I'm someone of value. So conversation starts. Without no jury, without no nothing. It's just like a conversation starter because people already giving you a high value. So, and then that's when you start to see like presentation is very important. We used to always say, man, how they gonna call us a thug? Or, you know, we used to rock do-rags and baggy everything and or this but then you realize that presentation is real, but then you start seeing people in higher places start to change the mindset because they'll see you dressed down like that and think that you're not educated. Mm-hmm. Or you don't have nothing, you know what I mean? Like, and that's just a preconceived notion, which is a survival tactic. Wherever we from, we kind of we prejudge someone before we even see them. If right now we went out here, it's dark, right? Mm-hmm. We went out here, we was walking, we just started seeing somebody walk towards us. We're gonna try to put a little bit of space in between us.
Yeah, for sure.
You see what I'm saying? That's just a survival tactic,
right? Just instincts.
Yeah. So for you, some people like, oh, I don't judge people. You have to. It's just a survival tactic, and then now you can have.
You have to.
Yeah, you have to. It's a survival instinct, bro. Like, so for people to say, "Hey, I don't judge." Yeah, you do. A white person, you see a white person, you could walk. I could walk right now in this, and a white person will see me, and they'll still cross the street. You know what I mean? Or she just move over a little bit, but then she'll move her purse to the other side. But I'm just saying, like, these preconceived notions that we give people is just like is a survival instinct. And it sucks, but that's just how.
It just is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. So, man, like, ultimately, though, getting in these rooms and just being around the right people, ultimately, can steer you in a different path. Because a lot of times, we don't believe that it's possible because we haven't seen someone like us do it. Like, it's so many loopholes, there's so many gaps, there's so many things that we had no clue about. Now that we start to tap in, they make it less and less and less available for us. They make it less available for certain things. Like, certain things they try to put a ceiling on. Like, prime example. I remember people could pull up to 85% of the home's value in equity. Walk into the place and they'll give it to you cash. So let's just say your house is worth $100,000. You could walk into the bank and say, hey, I want 85% of my house's value. I want it in cash. They'll give you $85,000. When a lot of black people started realizing that you can do that, they will pull it, fix their basement, they'll pull it, put down a down payment for another place, they'll pull it and just buy a whole nother place cash. They start saying, hey, look at the fine print. The fine print says up to 35, up to 85. And guess what they started doing? Giving black people 35%, 55%.
Mm-hmm.
So, you see what I'm saying? Like, certain information that we're not supposed to know. That, okay, cool. It's okay if somebody else of another ethnicity do it. Because think about it, bro. Like, even with the cars, like, people come to car dealerships and they try to scam. Like, they come with a CP and they come with fake information, right?
All the time, right? You see that all the time?
All the time. So if they come here, right, and one person get through, what do you think that person is going to do?
Say like, yo, you could get through over
Yo,
there.
bro, it's lit.
It's sweet over there.
They're going to send 17. It's going to be, by the end of the month, bro, you're going to have one person per day come and try.
Right, at least. Even if it's the same person sending in different
That's
people.
what they're going to do. They're going to send, and then they're going to, yo, I got some sauce. Give me 500. I'll tell you, look, I just got my V. Look, it's good. And they're going to set their profiles up the same exact way. And they're going to come in and they're going to do the same thing until all your cars is gone. And guess what? Westlake, Santaner's, Capital One is calling you back like, hey, those paycheck stubs was fake, or this was fake, or that was this. And
everything
you gotta go, you gotta go get the car back. That information wasn't right. Then now the bank's looking at you like, so this is what your business is, you know what I mean? Like, that's how you ruin your relationship with the bank. So this kind of like an agent. This is like an agent and a team thing right here, right? See what I'm saying? I'm not gonna ruin my relationship with the bank because this is how I feed my family.
Right.
So if you think you're gonna come here and scam, or you think you're gonna come here and not play well, I'm just not going to deal with you, period.
Right. So you gotta judge people.
That's how that works. You see what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy. It's just crazy how everything is made up. So think about it. The banks now, they realize, damn, all these black homeowners is coming in saying they want 85%. But then now they put up to 85%. But then they say, hey, look at your current credit. Your current credit isn't strong enough. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's always something once we start to find out what's going
really
on.
Going on. Facts.
Then they start to, then they give it a deadline. Then, by the end of this year. Then, when ultimately, like certain things, like you start realizing about tax breaks and tax codes. And then,
so I feel like, too, like another direction we got to head as black people is like, it's time for us that has to get our own banks.
If they allow you to. We got a couple of black-owned banks, but it's going to be certain stipulations. Like, look how many girls wear, like, they get wigs and all that kind of stuff. You're not going to see that many black-owned beauty supplies because what they're going to do is it's cornered by certain people. That market is cornered by certain people. So when someone of different ethnicity or not one of them get in, what they do, they just put a surplus on everything. They send the prices through the roof, and then you can't compete. Hey, why am I coming here and I'm going to buy 3D mink lashes for $10 when I can go to this lady, she's selling them for $3? You can't compete. So, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain things that they don't want you to have that you won't have. Period. So, certain things like convenience stores, especially in Georgia, like all this stuff, all the gas stations owned by Arabs. They don't want black people owning none of this stuff.
It's like a community, like
it is.
a cult type shit.
It is. And we the only people on a lower level that can't do that, because wealthy people on a higher level, they do it. They go on business ventures together. They go to Steve Harvey.
Let's wrap it with this, like, just like as like, you know what I'm saying, like two business owners, you know, and I'm at the smaller scale for right now. I would say, like, just with like, because of course you got a car company, you're dealing with like larger money transactions, bigger business for the scale that I'm at, right? How can we start coming together, right, as just like black business owners and start, because that's what it is. It's like, yo, we can't, for some reason, like they doing it at the higher level, right? For sure, we see them, like they getting it done. But at the smaller scales, it's like, yo, we can't come together for some reason and figure out how to build, like what, like,
right.
Like
in closing, I just think it's mentality. Just because someone is doing well in a business doesn't mean that Because I know people who got 100,000 followers on Instagram. They just put something on there and it take off. That don't mean that they business minded. You know what I mean? So that's ultimately what it boils down to, in my opinion. I feel like once everyone's on the same mental page in coming together, then it'll work. Because now, look, this is exactly how it works.
So you feel like we're not even at that mindset
Not
of
everybody.
we have to come together?
Not everybody. Not everybody. Because, bro, we could really...
Because I got people I know that got 50K followers, 100K followers, and it's like, before they support Beautiful Nightmares or KC Autos, they're going to go make a JT Autos or Beautiful Dreams. So it's like, before we collaborate, we want to compete.
Yeah.
It's
and
like...
you could easily come here... Some people could easily come here and say, you know what? I got $50,000. You know what? Let me see how it goes, and then I can come and just dump 50,000 here, and I can turn around and we can make some bread together. What I don't. So
you already got the business. You already got everything situated.
Exactly.
Let me just bring 50K in inventory,
right.
and we just get money.
You already mastered this. That's like me coming in, why would I come and just, like you said, open up my own clothing when I can just dump more bread into you, or say, you know what?
Let's
just
do a
collab.
partnership.
Let's just do a collab.
Right.
Let's just
when
do a collab.
you get
Whatever
a car,
my idea is,
you're going to get a sweatsuit.
Absolutely.
Right.
Exactly. So every car that I sell, guess what? Every car that I sell can come with a Dreams and Nightmares suit.
Whole package.
Whole suit, like a hoodie, sweatpants, and I give it to them for free. Mind you, now you're just getting your ideas out. You're just getting your thing out there, and guess what? It can be tied into the price. Customer would never know. Not even saying the customer would never know, but say, hey.
That's just us collaborating. We don't know what these companies is doing. When we go to Apple, we don't know what they doing with AMD or the people that's making the chips and the cam.
Right.
We don't. So you think Apple got the camera in the phone? Whoever's manufacturing the camera or the chip inside,
it's included.
You
in the
think
price.
they not eating every phone? Every time Apple sells a 1,500, 11, I'm sure the people that make the glass is getting $5. The people that make the camera is getting $7. The people that make the chip is getting $40 a phone. Come on, so why can't we do it? You know what I'm saying?
We can do it, but it has to be like-minded people. Because guess what? Boom, look, now it's somebody invest some bread. Oh, I need my money back. I fell on hard. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that with people that don't understand
business,
but they don't understand the business model. So you could have 5 people come together and put $20,000 up. Next thing you know, somebody run into hard times. They need their money back, or they look at you and look, hey, no, he's making all the money. Like now they start watching They will start watching Face. They start watching Pockets. Everything else goes out the window.
Shit.
You know what I mean? So it's very, very possible on the lower level, but ultimately it boils down to, do you understand what's going on?
So as a black man, I want to ask you this question, just you know what I'm saying? Do you feel like it's like, yo, before I go do business with somebody of my background or my race, I'd rather go do business with somebody, an Asian man or a white man or, you know, an Arab or a Jewish man, because they understand business more, and I'm not going to have to deal with the same problems that I have to deal with my people.
That's true. I'm just
being
unfortunately being 100% honest. Like I told you,
I agree. I agree.
My partnership is with the dude who's an Arab dude. You know what I mean? And we've been doing phenomenal. Like and it's like I can't even like the numbers don't even make sense. Like I have to scratch my head. Like they make you scratch your head if you're supposed to see it on paper. Like, and I'm not saying I couldn't do it with another black man, but it's like it's too many requirements. Like I've been reaching out to other men who own brand new dealerships. It's like you know what I mean? Like I'm good, or I'm better than you. Like you know how many people
they're not willing to build.
No, they're not. They feel like they're bigger than you. I don't need you. You need me, kind of deal. And it's all boils down to mentality. Like how do you? Because I'm not saying go and give somebody who don't have nothing a chance, because they feel like, hey, they're gonna rob me, or they're not on the same thing that I'm on. But ultimately, like even the other day, let's just say I had a homeless guy begging me for money. I said, I'm not gonna give you no money. Every time you see me, you want money, but I can give you a job. I can if you want to, you know what I mean, get you off the streets. And first thing he did when he got an opportunity to, you know what he did? He robbed me. He stole from me.
Like some real life shit like this.
Yeah, like just the other day. Like, bro, I'm not about to. Every time
What
you
he
see
robbed
me,
you for?
no, he stole from me. Not even like robbed me, like stuck me up with a gun.
I know, I'm saying, but like
he stole from me, like
same
like
difference.
stuff that. No, you know, robbery and stealing is two different things.
All right, so he stole. Like he
stole from me. Like, all right, I said, all right, cool. I got some stuff that I want you to move. I want you to take everything out, move it, and then we're gonna clean it out and we're gonna put it back. My man started making separate piles.
Just shit that he was gonna take.
You know, stuff that he did take, and you know what I mean, like, you know, caught it on camera. Then he had, I need my diabetes medicine. I'm gonna have my girlfriend pull up. Like, bro, I thought you was homeless. Girlfriend pulls up. He putting the bags in the trash. He put it in her trunk. He do put some bags down there though, but he brought multiple bags, big trash bag, 40-gallon bag, bunch of shoes. And I'm like, bro, I would have gave you that stuff. You know what I mean?
That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
Like I would have just gave you that shit, bro.
But ultimately, what's his mentality? I need to get this now. Like,
So you're not thinking about the long run.
Bro, son didn't have a driver's license. I said I can give him a car. I can make sure he get to and fro. I can make sure he got money in his pocket. Make sure he said he paint. You seen what I just did to the building? As remodeled the building, I want paint on the inside.
You're gonna come through another time just so they could see like the building and the office was going on
Absolutely,
inside.
absolutely. So, with that being said, he just said, "Fuck that! I want now." Like, you know what I mean?
Eat
So
now and fuck later.
yeah, so that's normally the mentality of a black man, and he was a black man. I could have went and got somebody to clean it up and paid them regular money, a cleaning crew, whatever. You know what? I'd much rather help somebody out who's actually struggling and want to do better. But the thing is, then that taught me a valuable lesson. Do people who don't have it, do they want to?
Because the first time I give you an opportunity, this is what you do with it, and this is why you. And now I can see why you. How much people you think he fucked over?
How many? Who's doing that, bro? I picked them up, fed them, sat down with my family, ate
and
breakfast.
he still did that.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, and I'm asking him, hey, he said he have had a driver's license since '98 for something like suspended. I said I know, so that means he can go and get a driver's license now because whatever he did,
it's over.
It's over.
20 years ago.
But he's gonna need the bread, and I was willing to do that for him. You know what I mean? He gonna need a car. He gonna work. I was gonna let him work, and then he's gonna work, and then I was gonna put him in a car. No, but you know how many homeless people I helped out? I give them cars for $250. I can't even count on one finger. And these are the things that I do just for the community. Sometimes I give the cars away for free. They just gotta pay taxes. And it's not like no tax write-off, no nothing, but that's something that I need to learn how to do, because it should be. You know what I mean? Like, everything that's beneficiary to me and my business and my family, I should do it. But it's just certain things that I don't know. I don't know everything.
Just have the kindness of your heart. You just doing it until you figure it out later.
Absolutely. So, me even building this was to help people, was to help single mothers. You know what I mean? Put them in reliable cars where the car wasn't breaking down, where I would have to stop on the highway and help a mom, and you know what I mean, help a mom and a daughter, or a mom and a son, and they stranded, don't have no money for a new car, they just spent their down payment on, you know what I mean? They spent they tax money on
the whip, and they don't got nothing.
So that's how I got into the game, and that's still a model and I end up even coming out on the shitty end of those kind of deals.
Sometimes.
Because now you give them a car and they don't never get no oil change. Now guess what? They want to take you to court. They want to, you sold me a lemon. Man, you took the car for 3 months. I don't know where you drew the car to. I don't know where you drove to.
You put 15,000 miles on it.
They drive from California 17 times. They drive from here to California, no oil change, and then they told me that I sold them a car with a bad engine. They drove it for 3 months. Then guess what? I'm here putting another motor in the car because, you know what I mean? And that's just stuff that I do. That these are L's that I take, and I don't look for nobody to bail me out, because a lot of times, I don't have nobody to call. Hey bro, I need $10,000. What? Hey bro, I need $1,500. Let's just say, hey, I need to pay my rent. A lot of people,
they can't help you with that.
So that's why I'm like, this year I'm more so surrounded and trying to get closer to people. I got, you know what I mean, like to some people who are more so genuine and actually on the same level. Because sometimes it just be like you be trying to help everybody up, and just like
bringing yourself down instead of getting with somebody that's on your level and building.
yeah. So that's what my main focus is this year. Don't have credit? Okay, cool. We have in-house credit. I got my boy Jamari. You know what I mean? My boy Jamari. You know, he's great in business credit. And he's doing this in-house. We got an in-house credit special. So if your credit's not good, even if you planning to get a car right now, but your credit is no good, we got in-house credit specialists. He'll take care of everything, walk you through everything, and we'll get your credit right for you to get a car. You know what I mean? So whatever it's, if it's a work car, cargo van, whatever it's a semi truck that you're trying to get, whether it's a box truck, we have all of these kinds of trucks. We have all these kinds of things. So before you get your credit right and you go get you a luxury car, my opinion, you should set that credit aside and get you an asset, get you a working van, get you a cargo van, get you a semi truck, and let that pay for your expenses.
Then before you go hop into the beam or the van.
Not saying you can't afford it, but let's just start thinking
just
better.
Something that pays for it.
Exactly. So I just want to surround myself with like-minded people, and if you guys want to tap in and build, I think this is the perfect opportunity for us to tap in and build. If you guys got any aspirations and wanting to be bigger than yourself and have bigger dreams, you know, we could always tap in. We could sit down and kind of connect. Absolutely. So, like we said, and it's just crazy how that came to my mind. If it's a truck or hat, if you want the customers to have, whatever the case may be, every time they sell a car, I'm trying to get together with insurance people that anytime I can call, I can, you know what I mean? I can
Once you get them a car, now I got the insurance for you. Connecting the dots.
You know what I mean? So I want to connect all of this full circle, and I wish that I could find someone who got their own insurance company. I want to support everything on my staff, that anything that I touch, I want it to be somebody like-minded, someone who's a black entrepreneur. I wish that, you know what I mean? So we can kind of corner the market on getting everybody where they want to get to, you know what I mean? Tires, I got all that kinds of stuff. Like, I mean, we sell tires, so I want to get with a black tire distribution company, you know what I mean? So all of these things that's in 2023, I want to get together and want to sit down. Anybody who do mechanic, anybody who do body work, anybody who do transportation, there's always money to be made, and there's always connections to be made. So we could tap in with that. Anybody who even do computers, who do IT, all of these kinds of things, where invest in anybody who got anything going that's
any
positive.
Value, bring it to the table.
Bring it to the table. I got conference rooms. We could all sit down.
We could meet in the Maybach Sprinter.
It could be another Maybach Sprinter that pull up side by side the opposite way. We open both doors.
We zoom from the Maybach.
Yeah, we could, you know what I mean? We can do that. Man, sky's the limit. I just know that it's great potential with us young folks. We just got to put our brains together and make it make sense. And sky's the limit, especially being here in Atlanta. We could definitely tap into some uncharted territories. I know a lot of people who got flights, and you can buy airfares. You know what I mean? Like hotel plays, like rental plays. Like it's so much that can just stem from just this one
avenue.
You know what I mean? Rental cars, transportation, airport pickups, healthcare drop-offs for senior citizens, taking them to get groceries, nursing. Like, bro, it's sky's the limit when we're talking about these ventures and these avenues that we have in store. So let's just all tap in. KC Autos, KC.Autos, KCAutosLOC.com. The pages is there, man. Elite Transportation, ATL.
Yeah, everything. I'm gonna put everything in the description, so y'all can definitely tap in with bro. And yo, make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. And everything is gonna be in the description under this video. Wanna tell you I appreciate you, bro. I only did a few episodes with a few different people. We're gonna be doing a lot more content, but besides the episode, this was like one of the most genuine sit back conversations that like I had in the moment.
Absolutely.
And I feel like I was able to learn a lot during this conversation and exchange a lot of value to where now I came in here looking like, let me get the Beautiful Nightmares episode, get bro's face out there a little bit more and exchange some value. But now it's like, yo, I want to turn off the camera and like, yo, where can we build and where we could go from here. So again, y'all, all of the social medias and everything is going to be in the bio, and we're going to have a lot more content coming out this year with Casey Autos and just all the shit bro is doing and going crazy. Y'all definitely could look forward to seeing it on BNTV and us working and, you know, putting out more stuff. So we appreciate y'all, bro.
Absolutely.
My God, appreciate you.
Absolutely. So whatever y'all need,
tap in.
We actually got some fleets in Miami too. So whatever it is that you guys need, please, please, please don't be afraid to tap in. Somebody will always answer y'all emails, whatever y'all need. We definitely locked in. Peace and blessings. Thank y'all.